What's going on, guys? Ryan Martello here at the Crypto Fiend Studios, bringing you guys the hottest, the latest, and everything crypto-related news. Today, I had the absolute honor to speak with Matt Piaggi, the community manager over at Lisk. In this interview, we discuss everything revolving around Lisk, as well as what we could be seeing in the future for Lisk. So I hope you guys enjoy this interview, and I will catch you in the next. Welcome everyone. We are currently here with Matt Piaggi, the community manager at Lisk. How are you doing today, Matt?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Well, I greatly appreciate you coming out of your day to speak with us, tell us a little more information about Lisk. So I just got a handful of questions for you. First thing off the bat, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what your background is, and how you got involved in Lisk?
Yeah, sure. So I'm originally from New Zealand, and my background is actually in like tech startups, basically. So both in New Zealand, Australia, and in Berlin for 3 years. Working in various technology startups around Berlin. And Lisk is actually my first blockchain project. So I got involved last year and really excited to be on board with the team here.
All right, thank you. Now, I saw that you're also involved with Lightcurve. Could you explain to us a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, of course. So Lightcurve is actually the contractor to Lisk. Lisk, the foundation, is based in Zug in Switzerland. But Lightcurve, we're the agency. So we are where the majority of the people contributing to the project are based.
Okay. Now, could you give us a little bit of an elevator pitch to the people that may not know what Lisk is? Explain to us what Lisk is.
Of course. So Lisk is a blockchain application platform. Our main mission is to make blockchain more accessible. So currently we're working on a sidechain development kit, and this will be written fully in JavaScript and targeted to JavaScript developers. So it's the most commonly used coding language.
So it'd be very easy to people just jump into cryptocurrencies and start making decentralized applications with that, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what goes on in a day at the Lisk headquarters? What's like the average day-to-day there?
Yeah, so as I said, that differentiation between the Lisk Foundation and Lightcurve, who's actually based in Berlin. So we've got the full team here. So I guess we start every day with the stand-up. This is broken down into each department. So you've got the developers who group together. Currently, they're working on Core 1.0, which is our biggest release to date, finalized in around 4 to 6 weeks. The front-end team are right now working on Lisk Hub, which was just released. So that was just after the relaunch, and they're working on new features around that. Then the science team. So this is something that just recently started. Last year, we got our first edition. It's not really a team just yet, but Ika, our cryptographer, is leading the charge there. And the marketing team and the community is what I'm involved in, and we've got a strong team that works on the content. So putting out a lot of like video and written content, and trying to continue to grow our community.
I noticed you guys have a little over 40 members. Is that correct? 40 team members?
Yeah.
So do you ever have trouble with communication, or you all work well together like an oiled machine?
Yeah, we work really well together, and the reason that is that we're all actually based here in Berlin. So we have streamlined communication between teams. Although it is kind of separated by department, obviously, being all in the same room means that we can talk about different initiatives. Obviously, with the marketing and the development team, we need to be continuing to feed our development community. So all of the updates and the content, it's a combination of discussing it with the relevant team members that we have.
Now, Lisk is in that market where you guys definitely have a large array of competition. So how are you guys competing with the competition, or are you even looking at the competition, or are you guys just keeping your heads down and working and doing what needs to be done?
Yeah, I mean, like any industry you're in, you're always going to have competition, right?
Hmm.
For us, we are not concerned about, what's happening in the market. We're fully focused on what we have to deliver. We have, a really clear mission in mind, as I said at the beginning, like with making blockchain more accessible. And we have a clear roadmap that comes along with that, both from a development standpoint, so with the sidechain development kit that we're going to be coming out with. And then also from a marketing perspective as well. So continuing to drive towards our target audience, which is developers, app
Hmm.
commissioners, but then also looking at how we can introduce new people to the technology, right? How
Hmm.
someone who might have an existing business might want to understand how they can apply the blockchain to it. So yeah, that would be kind of our main angle with that, and that's reflected in our products as well. So it's all about ease of use, basically being able to say, okay, this is a really quality ecosystem to engage with, and I can use the tools such as Lisk Commander and Lisk Elements to really get involved easily from the backends, and then Lisk Hub is a really slick user interface to introduce people to interacting with the ecosystem as well from the front end.
Yeah, I do like that side of Lisk, how you guys aren't so too technical. You are trying to get those kind of newbie developers in and start creating. So I do like that about you guys. Now, you guys just recently had your relaunch event. Could you talk to us a little about what happened at the relaunch event and what changed after the relaunch event?
Yeah, absolutely. So the relaunch event was amazing. It was last month on the 20th. We had 500 people here in Berlin at the Westhafen Convention Center.
Hmm.
So they were here to witness the event and kind of see us showcase the new and improved kind of Lisk logo that you see behind me, the website, and numerous other kind of new features. We had over 50,000 people that were actually streaming the event live as well, which was also really, really cool.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome.
and I think just like the reaction overall was really, really positive. Obviously, we had kind of like this 500 people in the room to kind of get the initial feedback from, but then over the past 2 weeks following, we've just been overwhelmed with the response from the community. I think as well as that, something from like the community management side is that with a project like Lisk, we have contributors from all over the world, right? So
Hmm.
people from Australia, the US, Japan, China. We had people coming from these regions to the relaunch, and yeah, as I say, like in my role, when you're speaking with everyone who's contributing to the project constantly, but then actually having them in one room and kind of exchanging ideas and talking about different initiatives that we can implement, I think that was another kind of byproduct of bringing everyone together for the relaunch event that we had.
That's great that people really accepted the relaunch and weren't just negative about it. That was awesome to see. Now, you guys have Lightcurve as a partner, correct? Do you
Yes.
have any other partners that are helping contribute to the Lisk platform?
Yeah, so we have a number of contractors, right? So Relevance was our brand agency, and they helped us kind of with the first point. You'll see if your listeners can check out the relaunch presentation. The first section was actually conducted by Christian, our kind of brand strategist, and that went through kind of our brand identity, how we want to be communicating, and our brand's kind of values as well. The websites and the new logo. This was done by Taika Nelson, so a design agency that's also based in Berlin that we've worked really closely with over the last year. We also have Expand Online, who are helping us with more of like the paid marketing. This is something that's coming into effect at the moment. And then we had Element E as well. So they're another video production agency that's based in Berlin that helped us with the video that you would have seen
Hmm.
showcased at the relaunch event. So these are the contractors alongside Lightcurve for the Lisk Foundation.
Now, could you explain to us, kind of in the simple version, what products does Lisk offer? Because I saw you have a handful.
Mhm.
Could you just explain to us what they are?
Yeah, absolutely. So the sidechain development kit is made up of numerous products, as you said, and the goal is really to make it easy and accessible to deploy your own sidechain on the Lisk network or the Lisk platform. Firstly, there is Lisk Commander, which is our command line interface. This is allowing people to just go in and start coding, basically. So to initiate their sidechain. There's also Lisk Elements, which is a library, of documentation, of cryptography, and this basically allows you to implement different modular sets and really customize your sidechain. Then there's Lisk Core, the coding base of the Lisk main chain. And then there is the Lisk Hub. So this is basically like where you keep your Lisk ID, where you're able to vote and kind of participate in the ecosystem. Eventually, you'll also be able to register your decentralized application through there as well.
So I do like how you have like kind of different levels for people that aren't so experienced. You can jump just straight into coding, or you said you have like a library where you can kind of like build your own. Is that what that means?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess like everything that we're doing from a product point of view comes with documentation that will actually showcase how you can utilize this. So it's not
Okay.
just catering to people that are already a JavaScript developer. Part of this, I guess, the new website was the Lisk Academy, which is an important part. On there, we're going to have a section called Lisk Builders, which will really focus on this entry point into the ecosystem as well.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely help Lisk with the mass adoption it needs. Is that side that you're not fully focusing on the the skilled developers. You're also trying to help those new people get into coding and creating their own applications. So I do like that about you guys as well. Um, so are any developers limited to what decentralized applications they can create, or is the sky the limit?
Yeah, I mean, there's no limitations there. I think that is one of the key points, right? That we want to give people the power and the tool set to create decentralized applications that can, be innovative, that can, disrupt and change the world, basically. This is going to be cross-industry. The way that we've set this up is that we're giving developers and entrepreneurs and app commissioners the tool set to go ahead and just engage with creating their own ecosystem. Yeah, so there's no there. They can customize everything as well. I guess it's important to note that it doesn't just have to mimic, the tech side or the capabilities that we have on the main chain. For example, you can change the consensus algorithm. You can eventually you'll be able to create your own token. So there's going to be a lot of tailoring that's involved with creating your own DApp.
Now, with the cryptocurrency side of thing, how does the Lisk token get involved with the Lisk platform?
hmm Yeah, so the token is used in a few ways, right? Like first of all, I guess from an investment point of view, people that are also buying into our mission and wanting to see this ecosystem fully develop and dApps being built on it. I guess the second tier there is when you're really participating in this ecosystem already. We use delegated proof of stake as a consensus algorithm. So we have 101 delegates, and through the Lisk Hub, you're able to vote for delegates. You're able to register as a delegate. And then on like another tier, I guess, like once this ecosystem is fully fleshed out, you will be able to register your application through the Lisk Hub as well. So with all of this and applications being built off the Lisk main chain on side chains, the token will appreciate in value over time.
Of course. Now, I know you guys just had your relaunch event, but could you tell us a little bit about your roadmap and what we can see in 2018?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we're in for an exciting year. I think the relaunch was a really cool way to set things off, right? From a development point of view, we have a really clear set of objectives. Core 1.0 is the main one. And as I said at the beginning, this will be finished in around 4 to 6 weeks. So the dev team is really making some amazing progress on that. Following that, from a development point of view, we will have dynamic feeds introduced. And then following that, there'll be a new address system. And then we'll look at making some adjustments to the consensus algorithm as well.
Now, does Lisk have any events coming up that token holders should be anticipating?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be present at quite a few events coming up. The first one is in Hong Kong, Token Summit 2049. And then after that, we are going to be at Slush. Well, actually, Max is going to be speaking at Slush in Tokyo. In April, we have a meetup that's going to be happening in London on the 18th. And then following that, we're going to be in New York for Consensus.
Oh, great. I might have to go to the New York. Are those open to the public, or they're like restricted?
Yeah, so the New York Consensus is one of the biggest, or if not the biggest, blockchain conference that's going on. So there'll be ticket sales for that. But yeah, I mean, like with the meetup program that we have, this is something that, like the one in London, we're going to be really expanding this year. So we are about to introduce kind of a new incentive to really get this grassroots movement going. So you can check out our events page, because this is where we'll be posting exactly where we're at and what type of event it is as well.
Yeah, I have some family up in New York, so I might have to go to that New York one. That sounds very fun. Now, when it comes to a company, the team is hands down over half of the company. They decide everything. So what do you think is unique about your team that makes you guys stand out from the competition?
Yeah, so I think that we have a very, very unique group here at Lightcurve. This is something that Max and Oliver have done a fantastic job at kind of like recruiting, top level talents. Last year, we hired our first HR person, and that team is now developed as well. So we've got some new additions there, but this has really kind of formalized the hiring structure. And what this has done is it's allowed us to continue to kind of handpick the best talent, both from a development side, marketing, community, also with the science team that I mentioned earlier. What makes this team unique, I guess, is that not all of these people are coming from blockchain backgrounds. We're looking for unique skill sets within that as well, within their experience. And I mean, I guess like for your listeners as well, please check out our career page, because we're always looking to fill various spots. So yeah, definitely check that out. Another key thing about our team, though, is that we are really available. I mean, if you look at our website and you look at the team page, there's a bio and a link to people's backgrounds and also like how you can contact them. We want to continue to engage with the community. As I say, this is a huge part of everything we're doing, and we really take that feedback seriously. Like everything that comes through is put to various team leads. We have continuous discussions around strategy and input from the community. So yeah, this is an aspect that we take really seriously as a team, and we'll continue to be transparent and have an open line of communication with that.
Yeah, I really like that you guys are so open to the community, because you need the community for mass adoption, of course. And if any of you are interested in applying for a job at Lisk, who knows, you could be on the team eventually. Now, my last question for you. As of right now, what is Lisk's end goal in the decentralized applications market?
Yeah, so this is a big question, obviously. We really want to focus on building out this ecosystem, right? So when the sidechain development kit is available, we will be looking to engage with developers and then continuing to feed through the mass adopters as well. So we've started the Lisk Academy as a big section of that, and we want to be guiding people on that journey into the blockchain space. So we have some initiatives that have recently started. So we've got the Pioneers Vault that was started by Max Kordek, our founder and CEO. And this is to basically get great projects to utilize the Lisk ecosystem and build their own sidechain. He's actually, donating or like giving investment to various projects. One is actually based here in Berlin, called Madana, which is a data marketplace. So we're going to continue to kind of facilitate this growth on the platform, and continue to have a team that is dedicated to spreading this mission far and wide.
Well, I greatly appreciate you taking your time out of the day to speak with us. Personally, with me, I am very, very passionate for Lisk. I know you guys are going to do great. It's just a matter of time. So again, thank you for coming out of your day to speak with us, and thank you.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.